All right, base 10 blocks. You know what these are because you see them on workbooks. But what's nice about it for children is that they can pick up the cubes and play with them. We used to just have Ajay and the girls just pick up the cubes. Let me show you what that looks like. And just play with them and add small things together. So for example, I would ask the kids to tell me if something was prime. So I would ask them, is 4 prime? And then what they would do is try to divide it into 2 equal piles or 3 equal piles, and they can see immediately that 4 is not prime. Now 3, on the other hand, is prime, and if you ask them to separate this into groups, they are unable to separate it. So they can understand composite and prime numbers immediately. You can have them add small things. You can say, add for me 2 plus 3. So 1, 2 is my first set, 3 is my second, and then they just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's nice about doing it this way is that they can touch those at the same time that they're adding. And so I would let them play. I would even just let them build things. Sometimes I couldn't help asking math questions, so I'd let them build structures like this, maybe a pyramid, and ask them without counting, by just looking at it, tell me how many cubes there are in that pile. That gives 3-dimensional visualization. So it allows them just to play with these cubes. They turn out to be ones. You probably remember this because they used to draw them in books. But for adding 12 and 13, we were trying to teach them to do carry the wand. First I would ask them to get used to just putting sticks, and so what a 10 is, they can visually see it. A 10 stick is exactly 12 of these cubes, or 10 of these cubes put together. And so they can see that. Now, if I was going to add 12 plus 13, I'd first ask them to take 12 and count it out in sticks every time. So if they had 10 cubes, so I could say, count me out 12 cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One kid can be a banker and say, look, you've got 10 cubes in here. You can turn it in for a stick. So for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, those can be put away. And this is the new representation of the 12. So 10, this one stick is in the tens place, and the 2 cubes are in the ones place. In the same way, they can count out 13. And then you can ask them, well, add these 2. I have 2 10 sticks and 5 cubes, so 25. And as we're doing this, we always need to write. So they're counting. As they're counting, let's say they count the 5 ones here, make them start with the ones. I have 5 ones. You put down 5 underneath there. And then underneath the 2 10 sticks, you put down 2. So they can see what we're writing and that it's a symbolic representation of what we're doing with our hands. Now, if you're carrying a wand, let's say that we had 12 plus, let's say, 2, 4, 6, 8, let's say it's 9. So we're adding 19 and 12. If I'm doing that, well, what they're going to see is there's enough ones here that they can go to the banker and trade that in for a 10 stick. And you see that the number, that I have 3 10 sticks and 1 cube. So the answer is 31. And what's nice about this is if you keep doing this and keep playing with the cubes like this, there's cubes, there's a block of 100, and then there's even 1,000 cube. They understand base 10 addition with their hands. They can feel it. And you can go all the way up to double-digit multiplication using this. So you're not there yet when you come to that point. I have a nice video that the girls made a long time ago that you can watch on how to do double-digit multiplication. But once a child knows how to count, they can do all of these things. And it makes them feel confident when they come to class. It doesn't look foreign. And eventually what we did here is we just said, okay, now you don't have the sticks. I would put the sticks to the side and let them visualize the sticks being moved around as they're writing. And one day they told me they don't want to have the sticks in the base 10 blocks anymore. They thought it was too baby. But, you know, it can be used for quite a bit of time, and it can make math as interesting as it should be.